Greens or Mars, you spoke about part-time and full-time workers, right? And the statement was made that full-time workers are more professional.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you have a part-time job?
Yeah.
Grins, do you have a part-time job? No. Do you think that those who work part-time don't work as hard as people who don't who work full-time? Do you think that's true?
Can you say that again?
Do you think that people who work part-time don't work as hard as people who work full-time?
No.
Uh-huh.
But
Do you think that the quality of the work or the people who work part-time is inferior to those who work full-time?
no.
So I'm trying to understand again what's the strong reasoning about how full-time people are more professional than those who are part-time workers.
Because some work part-time job can't action. I mean something more importance like if I buy a shoes and just full-time can go to the to go to help the customer to take cash, but part-time can't because their training have a different way.
Chenda. So all these people who work at 7-Eleven and all these. Any of you work at 7-Eleven or Family Mart?
Family Mart.
Are you full-time or part-time?
Part-time.
Do you use the cash register?
But that is different. I said the full-time their pay is a month, but the part-time is pay is per hour.
Well, what does that have to do with the work? Why can't a good management have 2 part-time or 3 part-time people, who can come to work fresh or whatever, right? I don't know that that's, when I was teaching part-time at a university before, I don't know that the work that I did was any less, than what I do, as a full-time person. I think my motivation and my, my effort was much the same. So the second question was about the Indians compared to the South Africans, right? And you spoke about the accent of the people from India, and you also spoke about, well, one of the reasons to choose those from India was because they had contracts with American companies, right? Those were some of the key points. So you said that the accent that they used was very important. Is that right? Why don't we see more people from India teaching English here in Taiwan compared to South Africans? Well, I see a lot of South Africans. Maybe you see a lot of South Africans here in Taiwan teaching English, and I see very, very few, if any, Indians teaching English. Why would that be? I mean, maybe you could get the Indians for a cheaper price. Is that right? So I don't quite understand. What's the point there? I mean, if you look as Taiwan as an example, it seems as though Taiwan tends to want to have people from South Africa to be English teachers, in part because of their pronunciation and accents. Compared to Indians, we don't see Indians here in Taiwan teaching English.
Yeah, that's right.
So doesn't that hurt your point?
Nope.
Why not?
Because
I mean, even people in Taiwan tend to choose South Africans and they don't choose Indians for English purposes.
yeah, but the nowadays every problem is about the cost is too high,
So-
and
So cost is your key point.
yes,
Okay, but if people, and you made the point also about Indians, that they would be chosen, they're chosen already by some American companies. So you think that they would be good enough, 对吗?
Yes.
But I think what you find is that many American companies have many American companies have not renewed their contracts with Indian call centers. In fact.
Oh.
But going on though, the question is, you know, they lost $1.5 billion, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Right, and sales and post sales, right, through call centers are very important, Emma.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why you didn't choose the Scotland, the Scottish, the Scottish, was that that they were dropping calls and providing unreliable service, Emma. Well, isn't it possible? I mean, you see that with the South Africans that they're highly reliable, and good service and all.
Yes.
So although you might save $2.5 million, you know, with South Africa, it would be possible that people, you know, there in England, much like in the United States, would have some problem, you know, with the service from the for the Indians. Okay, and so the $2.5 million, if you're losing business because of poor follow-up, right, post-sales, you know, service through a call center, you might, in fact, lose more money, Emma.
Okay.
So it's something for you to be aware of. And just because people, you know, companies do things in America, it doesn't always mean that Americans have always made the best decisions, Emma. Sometimes they learn through bad experiences too. Huh.